Let's jump right into it, man. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Double Touch Show, where we challenge the first take and sharpen each other on the second. I'm your host, KR.
And I'm RJ, and every week we unpack what's going on in culture, media, and society by reacting to the wildest videos, the craziest trends, and whatever else the internet throws at us. So if you're new here, remember to subscribe, smash that like button, and hit the link in the description to join our newsletter. That's where we drop our weekly bonuses, as you know.
Yes. We have three topics for today. We're starting with Deion Sanders beating another huge challenge in his life. Shout out to him for beating that whole situation. And of course, we're gonna dive into people losing their minds over the American Eagle ad. It's going crazy. I don't know why people are making it such a big deal. And last but not least, and in our AI tech corner, we have ChatGPT. ChatGPT can actually be used in court, according to the founder himself. Crazy, guys, crazy. People are out here searching certain stuff that are not actually a good thing to search. And now you're getting caught up in court. So let's jump right into the first topic. Deion Sanders, man. Deion Sanders. We've covered him through highs and lows these past few years, 2, 3 years. And well, he was battling something that a lot of people didn't know. Let's take a look. Fair use.
As well. Given his commitments to his family and to the team elected to undergo a bladder removal, we performed a full robot-assisted laparoscopic bladder removal and creation of a new bladder. And I am pleased to report that the results from the surgery are that he is cured from the cancer.
You can clap. It's okay.
As well.
Is it me or is it mono for you two?
Is it what?
Mono sound. One
I,
side.
it's,
Anyway,
I think it's
continue.
YouTube. I think it's YouTube.
Okay.
I also think that we're seeing a an image that the Prince of Pan Africanism would not approve of, because we are the queens sitting next to Dion when delivering the news. Guys, if you
Well,
didn't check out a Monday show, that's when we discussed the Prince of Pan Africanism, Dr. Umar Ituntumbe, something like that. Johnson, where we discussed that his financial situations and tried to dissect it. So if you didn't check that out, go check that out as well. But Deion Sanders, man,
yeah. He
I
was
think that
battling
it's
cancer.
come again.
He was battling cancer without a lot of people knowing.
Yeah, and so there, we've been hearing about him having health problems. We didn't hear what it is. I thought that it had something to do with the foot, because he's been battling that foot. Lost some toes. Um, um, so I thought it had something to do with that, like physical. With it was, I guess, something else, because the foot has nothing to do with the cancer, right?
No. From what I understand, it doesn't. So I'm not sure, but I don't think it. The food had more to do with his former career. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it continue.
yeah. So first and foremost, I'm happy for him that he's healthy. That's a good thing, whether you like him or, because I know he's a controversial person. We've covered him on a couple of occasions. One of our best videos is his prenup, his battle with Pilar. Is Pilar the name of
Pilar, yeah,
the
Pilar,
ex-wife?
yeah, Pilar.
Which is who's also the mother of some of Dion's kids. So we talked about that. That's one of our best performing videos. But other than that, he's a controversial person in the sense that he he lets you know who he is, and you either love him or hate him,
Yeah,
and that's who he is. But I think whether you love or hate him, you do have to respect him. He is a man's man, and yeah, to be battling this, it's great that he could have kept it quiet from. So now that he announced it, it became apparent that some people did know about it. So close friends of his, probably the
Yeah.
family as well. Some of them called frequently for support. So that's a good thing. That's what you want. That group. I believe
Sport group.
Michael Vick was one of them. I believe
Mike
who
Fick.
called.
What's the right receiver again from who used to play with Brady?
You should play with Brady. Play with Brady.
Yeah, he was at the Patriots. You
Like
also was
Edelman.
dealing with no, not Edelman. Uh, what's his name again? Oh man,
A well-known one.
yeah, he's now an analyst. Oh, I forgot. How can I forget his name? This is crazy.
Because Vic
Now
also played
continue.
there, right?
Continue.
Vic
Again?
also pr- Vic also played in the Patriots for 1 year, I believe, or two.
Yeah, but it was very like. Did Michael Vick play for the Patriots?
I think he did, right?
Let me take a look real quick.
Yeah, he did. I think so.
Nah, he didn't. Nah, he didn't.
Am I confusing him? I'm seeing someone, so I'm seeing someone else, I guess.
Cam Newton.
No, not
that's
Cam
that.
Newton. That's for
That's
sure.
Cam Newton.
No. You're right. You're right. No, it's my mistake. Because Mike Vick is a quarterback, right?
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Who let the
Wait.
dogs out? Who? Oh no.
Yeah. I know. But I thought it was him. And then who was it then? Wasn't it Mike Vick? Any case, um, but the what I find great about that KR is it does in the NFL I think sports in
Randy
general, but
Moss. Oh my
Randy
God.
Randy Moss, yeah,
Randy Moss. Oh
yeah,
my God.
Randy
How can
Moss,
I
yeah.
forget his name? He was also dealing with cancer. So
So I think it was so I think I confused the two because I meant Randy Moss. But in any case, um, the what I think the NFL has it more than NBA. It seems like, but I might be wrong. It's camaraderie. It seems like it. When you look at especially previous players, former NFL players, they usually have like a different type of bond with each other than NBA players do. Seems like they not that the NBA doesn't have camaraderie. I don't know, but that's just what it seems like to me as an outsider. But
well,
what you're
well
gonna say? You're gonna say something?
I
What?
wanted to say, uh, didn't LA Lakers had a snitch situation with a player snitching on each other because they were cheating? So I have never heard of some such thing in the NFL. So not at
Yeah,
that
they add.
level.
D'Angelo
He's now playing in
Russell,
China. He's now playing in China.
D'Angelo Russell, and Nick Young. Nick Young
Nick
was
Young,
was
yes.
dating
But wasn't Shaq as
Iggy
well?
Azalea.
Iggy Azalea back then, yeah. Wasn't Shaq as well snitching on Kobe?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one.
Okay.
Uh, I don't know
Maybe you
about
don't
that
know.
one.
I think
Yeah,
it's a legend in that case. But yeah, continue.
I don't know about that one. But so I do. So to me, I do like that that camaraderie, and I think it's important to have those type those types of relationships, strong friendships and relationships, because it's a very hard thing to go through.
Yes.
And the last thing that you would want to feel is like alone, that you're doing all these things alone, so I think that's important to it's a beautiful thing to see. I mean, not you don't want someone to get ill, but it's a beautiful thing to see that in moments like these you have strong
Support.
relations.
Support.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
I do
strong
think so.
support group.
Yeah.
You're definitely right. At the end, you have to fight it, but it's always great to feel like support from friends, family, and also people and are close to. So yeah, let's take a look at what he had to say about it. Fair use.
Whole life changed. Like I can't, and I'm gonna be transparent. I can't pee like I used to pee. It's totally different. And she not only is a blessing, but she provided other persons that have gone through what I've gone through, so that I could talk to them and get some solace and understand like what I'm facing, not just from a doctor, but from another individual. And to have had been told, like it's a totally different life. I mean, thank God. I depend on depend. If you know what I mean. I truly depend on depend. Like I cannot control my bladder. So I get up and go to the bathroom already 4 or 5 times a night. But then I'm sitting up there waking up, like my grandson. We in the same thing. We got the same problem right now. We going through the same trials and tribulations. We're trying to see who has the heaviest bag at the end of the night. Like it's ridiculous. But I'm making a joke out of it, but it's real. Like it is real. It is real. It is real. So if you see porta potty on the sideline, it's real. Okay. I'm just telling you right now, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see the practice, you're gonna see one because it is unbelievable. Like dozing off and waking up on first thing I'm grabbing my crotch to see if I peed on myself. And it's just totally different. And I know it's a lot of people out there going through what I'm going through and dealing with what I'm dealing with. And let's stop being ashamed of it. And let's deal with it. And let's deal with it head on. Like it's
And he's making a joke out of it. He's making jokes, but I mean, like you said, it's a serious thing, and it's a good thing that he can process it this way. Because sometimes you can get down on things, start becoming depressed about the whole situation. But it seems like he's taking it well so far, and
Yeah.
he looks quite. First thing I saw when I saw the video was like, oh, damn, he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, he looks dried out.
Yeah.
That's what yeah, it's like he lost a lot of fluids. It's heavy on the body.
Usually
You're
is.
saying that he's making jokes about it. Yeah, he is making jokes about it, but at the same time, um, he wears his heart on his sleeve, and he just talks to you the way it is. So there's no room for misinterpretation. Um, what are you gonna say about him? He can laugh at himself. That's what I like about him a lot. So you can make jokes about his feet, and he'll start laughing, and he might talk trash back. And that's a man's man.
Yeah, definitely.
That's he's an
And
example. He leads by example,
you
and
can sit on your ass and cry about it, but hey, you gotta deal with it head on.
yeah. So if, I think this is a good. It's a very good
One thing
news.
that the one thing that surprised me during this whole take was actually when they dropped the small documentary, the videos that they showed about this whole process. I suddenly saw someone there. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Fair use. Karuchi.
they were dealing with bladder cancer. And he is having his bladder removed, and they will create a new bladder with one of his intestines. And this option was, I guess, the best because it fully removes the cancer.
Very surprised about it, and this is what Deion had to say in an interview about that whole situation. Fair use.
Clap it up for Coach Prime, man. Coach Prime is
Oh,
wonderful.
my bad.
All right, last one. I'm gonna let you go, Coach. Don't kill the messenger. Everyone seen Karuchi by your side during your hospital visit. Everyone wants to know what that friendship is about.
We got a bad connection. I got a bad. I can't.
You gotta go. Say what you
I can't back.
Shout out to Coach Prime.
Oh man, yeah, RJ.
Yeah. It's setting boundaries within a fun way. Setting boundaries in a fun way. I mean,
Try to do.
I think everyone was
Guys,
surprised. I was surprised as well.
I'll tell you this. I'll warn. I'll give you warnings, guys. You can't do this with your wife, man. She said, "I'm thinking you're cheating on me." You can't say, "I can't hear you," and close. That doesn't work like that.
I do think some people do it, man. The
Well, they
history of
tried.
relationship. What now?
They-
Say what now? Say, what did you say?
Can't
Yeah,
hear
so
you.
Karuchi, I think so first and foremost, it's none of I mean it's none of other people's
Our
business.
business. Yeah, that's true.
It's none of our business for sure. It's his life, it's their life. And but yeah, I think there is an age gap. I heard of Karuchi when she was with Chris Brown. That was like around 2010,
10,
11 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Then they were together again. I don't know if they have. I don't know if they have kids together, but that's
No,
how
they
I
don't have
know
kids.
of.
He doesn't even have kids. Well, I think.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's how I know of her, and I think she also dated some other people that we know. But she's a. I think we were all shocked, to be honest. But KR, let's be honest, were we? Because when what's the son's name?
Which one, Shiloh or
No, not Shiloh. The quarterback. What's his
Shador?
name?
Shador.
Shador. Yeah. So when Shador was waiting for his name to be called out, I think wasn't Shansea there? The Jamaican actress Shansea was there, sitting next to
I
her.
have no idea.
Next to
I don't
him.
know these people like that.
Well, she was there, I think, because she had to. I know it because it became a whole like
Okay.
like a whole commotion. Huh? Shansea is there. What is she doing there? But I think she said that she was there to perform a concert or something like that in a small part. I know how you think, man. That's crazy.
Yo, what? What did I? I
Yeah,
didn't
you're
do
crazy.
nothing. I'm like
Nah,
Mario
come on, man.
Balotelli right now. What
Let's
did
be
I
serious for a
do?
while. Now let's
What
be
did
serious
I-
for a while. Let's be serious for a while. But
Should
yeah,
I say what I thought?
no, don't do that. It's okay, Sam. Thank you.
I didn't do nothing. This man is racial profiling me, or mentally profiling me. It's
No,
not
man, we
racial at
good.
this point.
No, we good. We good.
Nah, but
No, but so and everyone will look and everyone will talk, especially the tabloids. They want news. They want the hottest take. So
yeah, I'll say this, and then we can close out this topic. I think it's I think people are making this whole age gap thing is out. It's not, people always date who they want to date, guys. What does she's a 37-year-old woman who's dating I think he's 60 right by now.
Oh no, something like that.
Yeah, people are acting like she's a
I have no
retard
problem.
or something. I'm gonna say it. The people he's 57. So there's a 20-year difference. People are acting like she's a retard who can make choices. I'm gonna use the R word. Sorry. At a certain point, the age gap shouldn't matter. I mean, she's 37, man. Come on, what are we talking about? She's a grown woman.
Yeah, but
So
people just, I mean, people just
they
want
make.
to.
I'll say this, and this is why people these because I truly think people who always come with their with the age gap topic or the argument, I think they are the retards. They don't understand that men, the older they get more wealth. Women usually choose men with better situations. That's how simple it is. Whether you in general.
You said
And
better. You said better situations, right?
yes, I said
Not,
better
not
situations.
okay. Not bladder situation.
Why? And you're trying to
just
profile
make-
me.
I'm
You're
just
trying to
making sure.
profile me. Come on, man.
I'm just
Better
making sure we're on the same
situations,
page. Sir. I'm
not
just
with an
making sure
L
we're on
in
the same.
between. Better situations. So what are we talking about? If a woman is 37, she wants to date a 60-year-old man, 57-year-old man. What are you talking about? Go back to your broke home or your broke apartment with your. Oh, I almost went there. I almost went there. I almost went there. God, you help me stop this one. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. Do you think Deion beat it off the strength? Let us know in the comments, RJ. RJ. Let us know in the comments. RJ, you can go.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'll highlight some of the best comments in the future videos. So if you've got a hot take, let us know. If you want the extended topics that we couldn't fit in this show, it's in the it's in this week's email drop. Join the newsletter below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on different stories where we discuss trending topics and try to explore uncommon lessons from commonplace situation. With that being said, KaiR, let's move to the next segment, which is the
Of course, the part of the community thought. We have today a community thought. Well, it's a short one, actually. I'm going back into older clips, older shows we didn't cover. And this guy, this time we talked about Jane Doe and Diddy's trial, where basically Jane Doe stepped in and had a couple of things to say about other freaky rappers. And this guy he has a simple thought. Godmanner said DJ Khaled. He's referring to the other freaky rapper as DJ Khaled. Well, shout out to him. Thanks for your comments.
wow.
that's the way to go about it. But hey, it is what it is. RJ.
Yeah, thanks for the comment. We do appreciate it. Sometimes we get weird comments, funny comments. What I like here is when we get comments on past shows. Sometimes we forget, we keep moving on. But sometimes we get sometimes yeah, sometimes we get
I can
messages.
really see what you're reading. This is crazy.
Sometimes we get comments on our previous shows, older shows, and which is pretty interesting because we do trending topics. We discuss trending topics. So usually those stories are already out of date, but it's interesting to see that people still go back through our catalog to check out our catalog and find, you know, old stories and comment on them. So that's pretty interesting thing to see. But yeah, thank you for the comment. If you want a chance to get a mention in the future show like this one, if you want your comment highlighted in a future show, hey, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel. It's not necessary, but if you do, it's no problem. But do comment, engage with us, be respectful. You can agree or disagree, and you might have a chance to get a future mention. KR.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's go to the next topic of the day, which is one of the biggest stories right now, man. Let's play the video first, and then we watch some of these crash outs, man, because this is crazy. Let's take a look, man. American Eagle, they dropped this ad that got people spinning. Fair use.
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sidney Sweeney has very keen.
You see what I did there, right?
Crazy. People are spinning out of control, RJ. I don't know why, but I guess maybe. Let me take a look. Shout out to Deion. Shout out to him. Let's take a look at this video right here. One of the examples of people crashing out.
Will be the friend that's too woke because those Sidney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird, like fascist weird.
My body's composition is determined by my genes. Hey, eyes up here.
Sidney Sweeney has very keen.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sidney Sweeney has very keen.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. That is Nazi propaganda.
The eyes, you can all
That's
see
crazy, man.
What?
I thought
Before
they
we
were talking
continue.
about the denims, the jeans, the denims. What?
Let me. Should I continue, or do you want to comment
Continue,
before we continue?
Because okay, no, continue. Because I'm confused, KR. Let's continue.
This is. Let's play. Let's play.
I just find it interesting that a couple of years ago, when American Eagle and every other clothing company past the horizon was pushing the message of "you're beautiful no matter what," all while using a very specific niche archetype like big, obnoxious, anything but white, non-binary females to push that message, you had no problem with that. In fact, you liked that message. We should applaud appearances, but only the appearances that you like. How about we keep the same energy?
RJ.
So KR, I'm so confused. And I'll tell you one thing. I was at a beach club. I was at a beach club last Friday. And I was sitting there with some friends and we were talking about it. And I at one point I took out my phone and started scrolling and I saw this issue, right? The American Eagle issue. And I've seen it on a couple of times in my post, but I didn't get it. So I asked people, hey, what is this about? And everyone saw it apparently on their phones, but no one really understood it. And no one really cared to, really dive into it to see what the scandal was about.
Yeah.
And I went online and I tried to find out. I didn't get it. but I didn't watch the ads. I have to say, I only read articles, and all the articles that I read seem to say trying to make sense of the feud, trying to make sense of the scandal. Read this, you know, and I didn't actually. But now, so is the issue the fact that she's talking about good genes, and it's a double entendre that it can be both. She has like good denims and she has good genetics.
This is a yes. To give you an answer right away, yes. This is a very good. This is I'll say this. This is a very good ad because it triggers certain people, and other people are like, yeah, it's just about genes. People who are, it's a play on words. It can be genes, but genes, they are using Sidney Sweeney right now. She's the hottest actress out there. She's by far the hottest one, as in with who's getting the shine. Not saying hottest as in the one.
You mean the most popular one, basically.
Yes, that's what I mean with hot in that situation. Not the one that is the physically.
Yeah, she has a
most
familiar
attractive.
face, I have to say. I don't know from where.
Couple of movies.
Okay,
She
yeah.
also has a couple of great features. Well, I have to admit myself, and I don't care because Dr. Uma is broke. So I'll probably, if I have to pay him off, I'll give him $10, and he's gonna shut
Oh,
up.
you mean you mean good features as in genes?
Good features as in these.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, but
She's easy on the eyes. She's easy on the eyes, is what you want to say. Yeah. Well,
well, I don't know if she's easy on the eyes. Certain parts of her body are easy on the eyes.
KR, stop it. Stop it. KR, stop it, man. Just
But
stop it, man.
anyhow. Hey,
But
shout
so,
out to Sidney.
but you know, I find it so
They call
she's
it. They calls it.
she's
They
she,
called it.
she's I think
Yeah,
she's
continue.
let's say I think she's good looking. She's I don't know if she's yeah, she's beautiful. I don't know if she's the most beautiful. So now I'm not talking about hot as in how so her career. I'm talking about just beautiful in general. I don't think she's the most beautiful actress, but she is beautiful. And I mean, do only would it have been different if she had brown eyes, for example? Is it because she has blue eyes and blonde hair? So white, blue eyes, blonde hair. That's the issue. So if she didn't have any of those features, would it have been received differently? That's one
I'll
of the
tell you.
questions.
Tell you.
I
Tell
mean,
you
and
how it would have been
so
received.
because that lady said, and stay tuned because I think she'll cut her hair soon. But that lady said that the fact that she's white, blue eyes, and blonde hair, basically
Yeah.
referring to the, I mean, 1945 Germans, and not the Germans as in the Germans,
Well,
but
not the
particular,
Germans. They're
particular,
peak.
a particular
They-
group, a particular
yeah.
group within Germany
The,
who
what they
actually,
thought was the peak of their genes.
yeah,
While they weren't
so
even that same color, which is crazy. But
yeah,
you tell me,
well,
the
yeah.
leader
Nowadays,
had black
yeah,
hair.
yeah. Nowadays, I don't think I think you'll find more of them in Argentina than in Germany. But okay, that's just me. That's just
They
me.
said they said that ninja was in Argentina all this time, but let's not
Neither
talk about
here
that.
nor there. But
Neither here
what
nor
have been
there. Yeah.
received differently? I think this is and KR, the fact that she has good genes doesn't mean that someone of another um race doesn't have good genes. She didn't say she has the best genes.
This
That's the
is
crazy
why
thing.
people with low self-esteem are are a problem for themselves. And the society, because they try to take everything out of context and then they try to put it on themselves. The only way this ad would have worked, if I think how these people think, is if she was overweight with her heart almost exploding and with black hair. Maybe a different race, I don't know. That's the only way they would have accepted it. The problem is a lot of people accept stuff. They people want to accept everything except if you're putting. They want so. The original 2 years, 3 years ago, they were creating ads with overweight women as the face of the brand. Guess what? They weren't selling anything. Those ads weren't adding to the bottom line. They weren't getting, the revenue wasn't peaking. So what do? You go to whatever works. That's it. That's how simple. That's how businesses work. This isn't communism. People think it's real simple.
Fascism.
If the ad doesn't work,
it's fascism.
Well, they're saying this ad is fascism, but the way they're thinking is like communism, because they think that just because that people are creating ads just for fun, they're creating ads to increase revenue. If the ad doesn't add to the revenue, you gotta turn the ad and create other ads to pique interest in your brand. That's how simple it works. And it's clearly working because they have been selling more jeans lately. After they dropped this.
Do we also have the video of how American Eagle reacted?
I have the reaction from them. I don't know if there is a video, but I have this one. This is their response to the whole controversy. They doubled down, RJ. You don't. By the way, you don't see this often these days, where a brand actually doubles down and says this. Maybe you can read it.
So it says, Sidney Sweeney has great genes. Is and always was about the jeans. Her jeans, her story. We'll continue to celebrate how everyone wears their American Eagle jeans with confidence their way. Great jeans look good on everyone. Hey, straightforward, clean, not bending over.
Her jeans, her story.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own story. It's real simple, man. The woke mind virus is a big problem with certain people, and it's not helping them because they think the world is against them. It's amazing sometimes when people have a focus on a certain thing, how they actually don't move forward in life. Meaning, if you are so focused on the world being against you, that's how you're gonna interpret everything, and that's how you're gonna move. And that's gonna be detrimental to your improvement in life, because you're gonna make choices based on that perception of everything, which leads to more negativity in your life. And in the end, you're the one who's getting stuck in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think,
I'm seeing on the PBD Instagram, it says that but yeah, I mean, you can compare apples to oranges, but like two different campaign results. American Eagle Sidney Sweeney ad made 300 million in a day, 65 million in free media exposure. And you remember the Jaguar one?
Jaguar one.
There was this alphabet people one of Jaguar, and everyone was asking themselves, what does a car have to do with being woke?
Oh, yeah, Jaguar, yeah.
Apparently, sales in Europe plunged
Jaguar
by
is cool.
97% in April.
Oh, okay. I'll share what you're talking about.
180,000 sold. Yeah. two different campaign results. American Eagle, Sidney Sweeney ad. American Eagle made 300 million in a day and 65 million in free media exposure. Jaguar ad, sales in Europe plunged 97% in April from 180,000 sold in 2018 to 27 last year. Buyers have spoken. Hey, I mean, here, as you said, it's not communism. It's not communism. It's not it's capitalism. People say a lot of things, but watch as people do, not as they say. And they like saying, yeah, you go girl, be you, be free. But then when push comes to shove, just like the WNBA, KaiR, all the people that are saying WNBA players have to earn more, are they going to the games? Are they supporting the games?
Are they buying merch? Just buy merch. They don't have to go to the game. Buy a couple of merch.
I know. Yeah.
Help the this is the thing. Jaguar, that's a total quagmire, because they plunged. This is the craziest plunge you ever see, RJ. This is how not to do business. They dropped that ad. They try to rebrand. It's not only an ad, by the way. I think this is incorrect by PBD. It's a rebrand. They rebranded it in a very, very interesting way. Let's put it that way. The rebrand was a total mess. Current owners didn't like it, and in general, other people as well. Their sales plunge. They fired the PR marketing, the marketing lead, and I heard last week that the CEO had to step down because of the plunge in sales. The rebrand didn't work. You got to be very careful when you rebrand and how you rebrand. If you're rebranding for a specific group and that group doesn't want to buy the this is like you're rebranding tailored to a small group, a small demographic. How does that work financially? I don't understand how certain brands do this stuff, these choices. You're rebranding for a specific, and I have nothing wrong with being LGBTQ. Do you? But as a company, you cannot try to tailor your whole brand towards one specific group. That makes no sense. It's like tailoring. Let's say you create a company that sells cars, and you only try to sell it to Samoans. So you make ads for Samoans. Guess what? I don't think there's more than 3 million Samoans in the world. Maybe 10. Even if it's 10, it's a smaller group. And from that group, you also have to, people in that group also must like your brand. I don't understand. I mean, the numbers don't add up. And that's why you see ads like this coming back. It's real simple. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Ajay, anything else you want to say about this?
Nothing else. I'll close this segment so we can move on to the next one. Guys, drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'll highlight some of the best comments in a future show. So if you've got a hot take, let us know. If you want the extended topics that we couldn't fit here, it's in this week's email drop. Join the newsletter below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on different stories where we discuss trending topics and try to explore uncommon lessons from commonplace situations. Thanks for watching. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. KaiR, what's next?
Yes. Let's go to the AI Tech Corner. Yes, sir. Oh, no. This is not the AI Tech Corner. This is the AI Tech Corner. We have. What are you laughing?
Artificial enough.
Again?
You meant it seems artificial, but okay.
Hey, let's
There's
go.
Intelligence there.
There's no intelligence at all. Hey, let's take a look at what Sam Altman had to say about people using. Well, people are using ChatGPT. They might catch themselves in court. And let's take a look. Fair use.
People talk about the most personal shit in their lives to ChatGPT. It's, people use it, young people especially, like use it as a therapist, a life coach, having these relationship problems. What should I do? And right now, if you talk to a therapist or a lawyer or a doctor about those problems, there's like legal privilege for it. Like there's doctor-patient confidentiality, there's legal confidentiality, whatever. And we haven't figured that out yet for when you talk to ChatGPT. So if you go talk to ChatGPT about your most sensitive stuff, and then there's like a lawsuit or whatever, like we could be required to produce that. And I think that's very screwed up. I think we should have like the same concept of privacy for your conversations with AI that we do with a therapist or whatever. And no one had to think about that even a year ago. And now I think it's this huge issue of like, how are we going to treat the laws around this? People.
Yep. I think this is a very interesting topic to talk about, because I think a couple of months ago I was talking to someone about AI, and people didn't. I knew this was happening because I'm always got my ears to the streets, and I'm seeing things happening. I was talking to the person, and I said, kids these days are using ChatGPT as their friend. So whatever you think is normal, where you're talking to someone and trying to discuss learning new things, when you're discussing relationships, how you got to break up with someone, or all these random stuff. I said, they're talking to ChatGPT. They're not talking to other kids about it. They're asking ChatGPT to give them the right way to break up with someone, and all the other stuff, which opens the door for people to. This was actually what the discussion was about, which opens the door for people to, let's call it, fall in love with the ChatGPT, which is, I mean, the brain works in mysterious ways, but that's why you get these situations where people are actually falling in love with their with the ChatGPT they're talking with. But yeah, so I think this is very interesting what you said. So going back to the fact that people are sharing very personal stuff, they can use that against you. They can use that to profile you. They can create profiles based on your ChatGPTs. If you have your ChatGPT linked to your email, they know which email is from. You got the data from that. It's all linked to each other. Anyway, Ajay.
It's a very interesting conversation. It's a very interesting topic. And as an attorney myself, I find this very interesting. As Sam Altman said, these are things that we never thought about prior. But you're seeing, especially with the younger generation, they talk to the ChatGPT as a friend, right? That's their confidant. Now, we, KaiR, as people who have grown up without. Well, you also had a period without internet, right, KaiR? When you were young.
Very, very, very short.
Yeah, but we did have it. We did experience it.
My parents bought their first PC when I was probably 6 or 7.
So, but I mean, they say the first 6 years of a child is very important. So I didn't have, I think in our case, it was when we were, I think when you were 10, to be honest, 10, 11,
Really?
10, 12, maybe. Yeah, 10, 12, yeah. And, or maybe we did have a computer, but no internet, because those two are not, so I do remember that. I remember because when I was in the 7th or 8th grade, a friend of mine told me, hey, this is my email address. And I was like, what the hell is an email address, man? Like, hey, and I wrote it down. He said, so you can email me. I was like, okay, What the hell was an email address, KR? I had zero clue what an email address was. So I wrote it down. I didn't know what to do with it. And it was at hotmail.com. I was like, what type of freaky ish is this, man? But then I understood that you write it mail, M-A-I-L, instead of M-A-L-E. So I was like, this is way of coming out. I don't know. But and then we had MSN and all those things, man.
MSN Messenger, chats,
yeah, all those things, and so on and so forth. But during those times, but I still, when I had a problem, we would still talk to people, because although we had internet, it was dial-up a lot of times. So Wi-Fi came afterwards. So that meant that you had a limited amount of time that you could use it, because you had to put money so you can use it, and it was bound to a certain amount of minutes. That's the one thing. Or it wasn't. So that was if you had prepaid phone, landline. But if you didn't have prepaid landline, then you would get high bill a lot of times at the end of the month. So those were the two options. And the internet wasn't as evolved as it is today. So we didn't have all the information that we had today. Right now,
Very
Google
basic.
is like, it was very, very basic. It was not cohesive at all. It was not easy on the eyes either. It was very
ugly. You can say
ugly. Yeah, not friendly, not user friendly at all. Translate was a mess. You remember Translate was a mess. Google Translate was busara, as it would have translated basura. So it was like just a mess. And so we didn't have that luxury, and we resorted to relationships, friends, family. Hey, can you help me with this? Mentors.
He's a psychologist.
Yeah, psychologist. But nowadays, people just from a very young age, they start at first it was just using devices that was the problem. But now they have an artificial intelligence that they can ask deep questions to, and they can get answers. Now you and I can ask those same questions, but we still, I would argue, have the
sense.
We can still dissect whether it's complete or not, whether it's, whether we're critical.
Don't talk too much French though, because I don't think there's a lot of people who fall in
you
that
and
group.
I'm talking about you and I.
Okay. And also some of our viewers. Yes.
Yeah. But I'm not talking about, of course, it's not because you're of another generation,
No. This is also in our generation. There's a lot of retards.
Yeah. So I mean other generation compared to the Gen Zers is what I'm saying. So
okay.
And Alpha is the next one, I guess. So but what I'm saying is that we can still think critically. We still ask other people.
References outside of the
these people don't. These young kids don't. And they ask questions. Let's be honest as well, KaiR. Sometimes the parents do not possess
majority of the time
the intelligence, the knowledge, the sense of mind to give good advice. So they will tell you, I already asked ChatGPT this, but what do you think? So I do think there's still the human. They still come and ask the human, but I would argue only if the human is someone that they believe can give better information. But it's so much information that they get all the time. So they suffer from anxiety and depression at a young age, stress, illnesses at a young age. And I believe,
it's easy.
These things they pour out in ChatGPT. And now Sam Altman is saying, but remember, there's no attorney-client privilege. There's no ethical or moral or legal obligation to keep it hidden. So if the court requires ChatGPT or um, OpenAI to disclose the information, there's no law protecting them from doing so.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Crazy. I understand. I think they'll have to work on this. Usually, laws are way too behind the chain. So by the time the laws are put in place to serve this specific need, it's gonna take a couple of years, maybe 10 years, before they actually have something concrete. Um, but yeah, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing, but yeah, people are changing. The way they are communicating are changing. Um, Also, jobs are changing due to AI. Next week we're gonna dive into the AI stories relating to jobs. Microsoft study revealed which 40 jobs are most at stake. So, guys, make sure you check out next week's show where we are gonna dive into that aspect as well. All I have to say is, guys, make sure your kids understand the difference between ChatGPT and all the other AI modules that are out there, understanding what is important. They have to rely still on their own knowledge, because at the end of the day, AI also, and you don't hear that these days anymore as much, but it hallucinates. It creates answers that were never there. I was doing certain stuff with ChatGPT, trying to push it to its limits. Couple of weeks ago, and it gave me a couple of interesting things. When you continue asking, you'll find out that certain things it just makes up. It's said, RJ. I'll be specific. I'm not saying want to say what exactly, but the framework. It said it did a questionnaire. He interviewed people. Then I asked it, "How did you interview people?" He said, so this is the framework you work from. I gathered all the information from Reddit and all the websites, created characters, and I basically answered the questions in the questionnaire based on those assumptions. I'm like, hey yo, you just told me you did a questionnaire, and this is actually you're making the answers up from yourselves. From yourself. You didn't put a questionnaire out there to ask real people. So you're basically that's full of assumption what you answered. But yeah, small things like that. People don't think about that aspect of ChatGPT. They assume everything it says is correct, which is not. It's been taught how to think. Don't forget that. Just like most of the humans have been taught how to think, ChatGPT was also taught how to think. So certain things it's not taking into consideration. And that's why still you have to rely on yourself. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think. Do you think ChatGPT is the future, or do you think, well, it is the future? Do you think people have to rely on it blindly, or should they be more careful how to process all these data? RJ.
Yes,
You're
guys,
amazing.
as KR said, is ChatGPT your overlord? Let us know. Drop your comments in the description box, in the comment section below. We'll highlight the best ones in a future video. So if you have a hot take, let us know. If you want the extended topics that we couldn't fit here in this week's email drop, join the newsletter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on different stories.
Yes. Let's go to the rapid fire part of the show where we basically discuss, go right through real quick, lighten the stories a bit up, and have some quick hits, some real quick responses. Let's start with the first one. RJ, yeah, last week we talked about the 50 Cent and Rick Ross feud, which wasn't going the right way for 50 because he seems like he's taking an L, and it didn't stop. Let's take a look. Fair use.
just released the Maybach Music Rap Arena merch collabo, talking about taking it back to the essence of MCing, battle rapping, so on and so forth. Someone in my DM say, is that what you and 50 Cent doing? Are y'all battle rapping? Is it beef, real beef? Well, I'm gonna say this. Beef, it could be complicated, but I done took 50 Cent youngest son, Bruce Leroy, AKA what? I done took him fishing before. And he loved when I do the what noise. You know, I used to see him all the time over there. But I guess one day his mom may have been creating content on Star Island somewhere, and he was walking around on his second lap. I invited him to the back of my crib. I put bread on a fishing pole, cast it. I watched Bruce Leroy catch his first Dover sole. Man, I felt proud. What? Little man, what's up, though? I just
Didn't stop there, RJ. It didn't stop there. He continues.
So 50, look, I mentioned your youngest son, Bruce Leroy, me taking him fishing for the first time, watching him catch his first Dover sole. That ain't a snapper. Now, but me and my buddies, we was talking about little man possibly suffering with trauma in the future. And I said, okay, that's something I never thought about, trauma. But if he is suffering from trauma or needs any assistance, I'm gonna be here for him. I would love to get him a puppy. What kind of puppy? Chihuahua? All right. A Chihuahua for Bruce Leroy. What?
Yo, this is crazy. RJ, he dropped another one.
Get back to business. I got a question. 50 Cent, after your first album with Diamond, no one around you thought it'd be a good idea to renegotiate that horrendous contract you was in for ownership of your masters after that first album? The second album? The third album? The fourth album? Yo, who got fucked worse, man? Who got fucked worse?
Yo, that's crazy.
Yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. I'll be honest, I didn't watch that one. I didn't watch that one. Literally, no,
crazy.
Yo, hey, yo, hey, yo.
That's
the title
crazy.
of last week's show is did he find his match? I think it feels like
I think so too.
Rick Ross trolling right now is on another level. This is crazy. He's been on a roll since he started trolling Drake.
Yeah,
I didn't know Rick Ross was this funny, by the way. But
no, me neither. But he's I think he found his man. But again, I think 50 doesn't really care about this. So in a sense that he enjoys it. He knows that he's gonna profit as much as Rick will, because they're both dissing, so they're both staying relevant like that. So the Rick Ross is I don't think Rick Ross will go down like the arrested, but that's usually happens when you have protection from the feds. Allegedly.
Anyway, hey man, this is crazy. The way he's angling this is wild. It's very wild. Let's go to the second one, RJ. Last week we also talked about the T app. The T app crashing out. Yeah. Well, apparently there is more information being revealed about this because, again, they got hacked a second time and more information was leaked. Let's take a look. Fair use.
So just had to make a quick video about this from the Intel side. I'm about leaving Mississippi, but man, have women screwed this entire T app up. In case you didn't know, there's something called the T app, where women can basically just gossip about men who they don't want to date and whatever else. It's women only. And you take a picture of your driver's license or a selfie, embedding all that information to the pictures for geolocation and your PII on your driver's license. And apparently the app was completely built on AI, has no security. The entire coding to the entire program was on a URL, and now all that women's data your driver's license, and all the military people who are taking pictures of their CAT cards to verify their identity have now leaked access to government buildings, GPS locations, to everything else. So yeah, congratulations, you guys played yourself. You leaked all your information, all your private data, your driver's license, military CAT cards, military base locations. And for more, follow S2 Underground on their breakdown of this. God help all of you.
It's getting worse. They leaked another million subscribers, at least accounts, last week again. So it's the second leak. This is you wouldn't well, they build it apparently, which is crazy. They build it without any defenses. It's like they put like the meme with a Cheeto chip as the lock.
No, I don't know that one.
Okay, let share your
No
thoughts, and then I'm gonna.
cybersecurity, no cybersecurity. That's what you're saying. No cybersecurity, no nothing.
Apparently, according to this guy, it's a mess. This is the meme. This is how they locked it.
I don't know. I didn't know of that one. No.
But yeah, continue. Share your thoughts on this, RJ. It's getting worse.
Yeah, I don't think, to be honest, that it's the user's fault. I think it's the app's responsibility. But
true,
because this could have happened in any kind of app. It could have happened in a gaming app. It could have happened in anything. So I think when you sign up for things like this, you expect to have like a certain level of security, but to have to have privacy. My argument is that privacy doesn't really exist anymore. And I've seen this was something that I've experienced once when it was an ethical hacker who had to hack into an account of someone that was accused of fraudulent activities. He did it in like half an hour. If you know where to go to find what you need, you'll get there. So yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, nasty work, man. 1.1 also part of that leak, as you can see here. Part of the leak was 1.1 private messages exchanged between its members. So nasty work. Next one and final one. There's also a topic we discussed not last week, but the week before that, I think. Andy Byron, who's known as the cheater at a Coldplay concert, is thinking about actually suing Coldplay for this whole cam situation. Wild.
The money's got to come from somewhere, KR. If it's not.
Oh man, yeah. Let's take a look. The Tessa, the job doctor, also had the things to say about CEO affairs. Fair use.
Who's this?
Well, I don't like to joke about affairs very much. My first husband had an affair, very painful, and there's some people hurting. But I can tell you, being the head of HR, that it is really common to see a CEO or a senior executive do something like that and hide it. I have seen it more times than I care to count. Worst one I ever saw, CEO had an affair with multiple women across the organization, got one pregnant who had his child. He was still married. Everybody knew it. He also promoted said woman with child into a position she was not qualified for. Finally unraveled when several people wrote the board of directors, but everybody knew it until then. I've also dealt with CEO's wife having an affair with the head of sales and trying to get him promotions and raises behind the scenes. not great. I've also dealt with the head of HR, having an affair with the head of engineering, getting pregnant with twins, both married to other people. Sordid life of corporate America.
Wild. The
Okay.
wife is banging the head of sales, and she's trying to get him promoted. Yo.
Yeah, I don't think it's only corporate America. I think it's corporate international.
International, yeah.
You're like the whole time working with each other in each other's vicinity.
8 hours a day.
And more than in those positions, KR, more than 8 hours a day. For positions of max 30 minutes per session. But I think that it's very
30? 30? I think it's more like 5, and that's a long one. It's a quickie, man. Come on.
But but yeah, it happens a lot. It's very common. It has to do with power. It has to do with influence. I think as a man, especially KR, you see when you have power and because guys usually look for beautiful women, and if you're beautiful, it doesn't matter if if you're the CEO of of a bank or if you work at
Cleaner.
McDonald's. Nothing wrong with McDonald's, but I'm just saying it's just like beautiful is beautiful. But for a man, you need to prove something. And I can only imagine that when you're at the top, all these women that will come jumping on your lap just because of your position and your status. Because if you didn't have it, he wouldn't have all those temptations in a place where if he was just like an average Joe with an average job, no one would look at him. Not even if he was good looking, they might get some things, but not like, the level comes with the power, the money, the status. And I think that's when it becomes tricky. How will you go about it?
Yeah. So it's a hard situation to navigate.
It is hard.
If you have never been there or you've never talked to someone about how to navigate those situations. I think there's two ways. Like you said, people come there. Women try to approach you either because you're in that position, because suddenly you're much more handsome because you're in that position, or because they're trying to elevate themselves as well to get a promotion through that avenue. So this is it's a very problematic situation. Sometimes it destroys lives. It destroys lives of the kids, like those kids that are from those the Smith wife explained the situationship he had with Alcina.
Entanglement.
Entanglement. That's the right word. The entanglement, that entanglement is a problematic. It's very problematic, and the kids are gonna suffer from that. The marriage as well. So guys, be sure you don't get yourself caught up in these situations. Chances are you're gonna get fired as well. You're gonna lose your life. You're gonna lose your nice package.
Yeah.
You have a nice compensation package, and now you're broke, busted, and disgusted. Anyway.
Yeah. And it's not only corporate KR, you also have the Buffalo. You remember, like, athletes, and do you remember the Buffalo Bills player who gifted a streamer? I don't know if you read that one. Gifted a streamer a bag worth 30,000.
I have it in the stories we might have to cover.
That's crazy. So and all the streamer had to be was a beautiful woman.
And she
is beautiful. Is she worth 530,000 guilders? Not as a wife, but as someone you like. Just to get your wee wet.
Let's talk about it next week, guys. Tune in. Make sure You tune in. We're gonna add it as a topic. I'll add it.
Yes.
I'll add it. I have this actual stream. I have
Yes.
it on tape. So
All right. Hey, if you've made it up to this point, you're a real one. Thank you for being here. Subscribe, comment below, and make sure you're on the mail list. Today, we covered a variety of topics. We covered Deion Sanders and him recovering from bladder cancer. We discussed American Eagles controversy and whether it was founded or not. And we also discussed in the AI tech corner ChatGPT and the fact that it's what you say and talk is not confidential, and that ChatGPT or the parent company OpenAI can be forced to disclose certain information if the courts require it. So, hey, let us know what you thought about this episode. Also, check out the rapid fire topics. We talked about Rick Ross. We talked about the CEO and what did you say?
yeah.
Yeah, the T app as well. The T app, spilling tea. Can't make this up. But it's been a pleasure to serve you once more. Let us know your thoughts in the comment. We'll see each other in the next one. Till next time, guys. Peace. That's crazy. That's crazy.